So I hadn't been checking the weather station because it hasn't been raining, but it did rain last night. So we got 10, let's see, a little bit less than 10 millimeters of rain. Well, today has actually been a nice day. So it's rainy, and so Michael's been helping a friend of the family do some work on their porch and stuff for the last couple weeks. Well, except for while we were gone to the funeral, and it has been very hard on us, very stressful. As you could see yesterday, all I could do was spray a spray bottle, and then I was wiped out, and that's all that I could do, and that's all I had done for the whole day. The rest of the day, all I did was stay in the bed all day. So I'm not much good for much of anything as far as making the day go round, other than keeping everybody in line and keeping them from destroying the house and destroying each other. But it's hard on the girls. All the kids have Lyme too, and so the older girls, they deal with a lot of fatigue and a lot of pain, and so not having Michael around makes it difficult on everybody. And at some points, depending on how everybody's health is, it's impossible. And so having him here today, that's been nice. Also, Josiah has particular behavior and particular symptoms that he has go on when he has a Lyme flare, and he's here lately been he was on a 3-week Lyme flare, but now it's between 3 and 4 weeks he'll have a flare, and he gets to be a big constant handful. Somebody has to be eyes on him at all times because he's such a handful, and it's been very, very stressful. And anyway, today we're at 3 weeks, 6 days, I think, from his last Lyme flare, and today all of a sudden he's still getting in trouble and still doing a lot of stuff, but it's a much better level than what he's been doing the last at least 3 days. Last 3 days it's been hard, really hard. Anyway, so we still hadn't recovered from all the stress of traveling and the funeral and the car breaking down. Actually, I'll get more into that in another video. I might actually post that one before this one, but anyway. A lot of stress. And so anyway, today it's been rainy. Michael's been home. The kids went up, and Michael got up and took care of the animals this morning, and Soraya did some extra stuff, which was nice. And Micah, he's been listening to an audiobook for hours. I think they started on Boxcar Children, and then they went to Winnie the Pooh. And Micah normally doesn't sit there and listen to audiobooks for a long time, so that was nice, especially on a rainy day and everybody's got to be inside. He's back there in the bed, and Ariana for most of the time too, back there in the bunk beds listening to audio books. And Ariana on her own decided to go and reorganize her cabinet and took all of her clothes out and made it all nice and pretty, and that was nice. So she was sitting there working on that while they were listening to the audio books, and Soraya was out working. Aaliyah was in the back. Yes, Soraya was out working in the rain. Aaliyah was in the back writing her pen pals and drawing and different things, and so it was just me and Michael in the front with Josiah, and him acting better than he has been being, and everything was just more calm and peaceful. And normally on a rainy day and everybody inside, it's not as calm and peaceful. So today's actually been a nice day, and the sun's not shining. I actually tend to like rainy days. I like cozy, snuggle up, read a book, hot chocolate, watch a movie kind of days. So the nice thing about not having the sun shining is that the bus isn't getting heated up, and it's not too cool. Well, I have a hoodie on, but it's not really cool. It's just the moistness feels cool to me. But anyway, it has, the heat has been getting pretty hot in the latter half of the day with the sun shining on the bus. I did another video where I showed the temperature, having the meat thermometer in the window where the sun was shining, and it was over 120. So a lot of heat gets brought into the bus. So it's been a nice day. And so we plant by the moon, and yesterday was the last day to plant roots and perennials for this moon cycle. And with everything going on, I halfway forgot and halfway just didn't get to it. So we only had 2 more things to plant. I wanted to plant marshmallow, and I wanted to plant some more carrots that were able to tolerate the heat. And so and some radishes around the squash plants to try to help keep any squash borers from getting to them. And anyway, so today's a day you're not supposed to plant, but I'm having Soraya go ahead and do it anyway. According to the Farmer's Almanac, today is still a good planting day. So the Farmer's Almanac uses planting by the moon and by the constellations, and I don't do by the constellations. I don't know if there's any what do you call it? If it's legit, there is science for behind why the moon would work, and so I'm good with that. And a lot of times going by the constellations, it will actually contradict what the moon says. So I don't always go off. Well, I don't go off the constellations, but sometimes, like if the Farmer's Almanac says these days are better days in the week, that I would already be planting that thing, I'll go off of, oh well, let's do it that day just to be safe. But anyway, so the rest of the week, the Farmer's Almanac is saying it's not good time for planting, and today they're saying it is, and I'm gonna plant it anyway. So I'd rather go ahead and try to get it in the ground today. So maybe if there's something with the constellations helping plants grow, maybe we'll benefit from that anyway. So we got that going on, and other than that, we're just chilling out for the day, and might let the ducks back out again and push them to the back so they're away from the garden, let them play in the rain and the mud, and I might go show you the chickens and show you the age difference in the weeks and how much they grow. I'll have to go figure out what the weeks are, but the Buff Orpingtons and the Barred Rocks, they are getting up on close to about full size, and anyway, so I don't know, I might end up showing you something else today, but for the most part we're just chilling out, and Soraya getting dirty. She went and cleaned out all of the straw and grass and everything they had put in the quail pen, and how much she got out of that, and that's gonna have manure all in it. I don't know what plants we want to put that around, but we'll end up putting that around something, and she got more grass put back in there, and anyway, there was a lot actually that came out of it, so it'll be a nice treatment for the garden. So anyway, that's what we're doing. What'd you do?
I sewed up my skirt.
You sewed up your skirt?
Here, that's
There, let's check out that sewing job. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. So you told me you sewed it inside out. How come you did that?
so you wouldn't see the stitches.
Very good. I'm proud of you. Look how good of a job that is. Feel focus. I think you did great. So it was ripped all the way there, and this was a skirt that she really, really, really liked. I'm proud of you, Anna.
And I did it with these needles.
Yeah, nice
Thick
big ones. Yeah, thick ones. Great job. I'm proud of you. Well, looky what Ariana has done. She has got this nice and neat. Before, you could barely shut this door because she had so much stuff in there. I don't even know what she did with all the stuff, but she didn't have her books, and now she's got her special books in here. I am very pleased. Great job, Anna. Don't look at our mess down there. Poor Michael. He's got a bad headache now. It's got worse since he fell. And so he's down. So I was thinking that we had put the marshmallow seeds in here, and I was looking, and I find this. Do you know what that is? That is frozen bubbles. Ariana went and made suds, and she wanted to freeze them to see how they did. And they stayed, I don't know if you can tell, as bubbles. Nice homeschool project, I guess. So I went in to get the seeds, and I got the seeds, and I saw ducks out the back window, and I forgot I had opened the door, and the ducks didn't come out, and I left the door open thinking, oh, they'll come out in a minute, and we walked off to the chicken coop and totally forgot about them. And Soraya came over here, and she said they were all in the garden. I don't know what damage they've done, but she said they were all the way to the strawberries all the way down. But she did say they were playing in the mud puddles. So she said not when she came up, but there's footprints over there. So maybe, maybe they were over there and not eating everything. Maybe. Let's see. Well, I still see Micah's Mizuna. It's not happy, but it's there.
Doing good. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I still see a strawberry, but I still see some seedlings down there. The radishes are still there. Doesn't really look like they got the radishes and carrots, even though the radishes look horrible and yellow right now. Still see my echinacea there. The salad bernays there. They did peck on that salad bernay. That one's missing. All right. So I think this mustard looks all right. The Mizuna, they got on the Mizuna yesterday, so it was already missing some. I think it looks okay. So there's the asparagus over there, and in the back, the oric. The oric would be really yummy for them.
Looks, that doesn't have a...
Yeah, there's only one that doesn't have one, and it was already missing. So,
Those look pretty spindly.
yeah, the fennel looks spindly, but it was already that way. But they also got in it yesterday and took some bites.
They were laying all over it.
Oh, really?
Okay.
They were laying in it?
Yeah, they were.
Well, I think it looks okay. I'm glad, because a duck can come in literally one fell swoop and like take out your whole garden. So I'm glad about this. It does look a little pressed down right there. Anyway, so glad that they maybe spent more time over there in the mud puddle. And
check the front part, and that puddle's murky also.
well, a lot of the stuff in the front is so tiny, I don't think that they would have got it. Anyway, hopefully they didn't. But I'm happy right here. I got chives sprouting. I've tried to grow chives several times, and it didn't work out. Well, I say several, like 2 or 3 times. But the last time I did plant them, they did grow good, and then we sold the house and had to move. So hopefully these will do good too. So I'm wore out from the walking down to the chickens and coming back up and worrying about what the ducks were doing, but I am gonna sit out here and boss, because I'm a good boss. Ain't that right, Raya?
Yep.
Yep, I'm a good boss. I can sit there and growl at everybody. But anyway, so I'm gonna have Soraya come over here and plant. Well, I just had it. What'd I do with it? Oh, thank you. See, I need help. I'm gonna have Soraya do marshmallow. It's a perennial. It gets super tall. It's like 5 foot taller than you.
I'm 5'2".
Well, you were a little kid last time we grew it.
It's probably about as tall.
So it's probably like 5, maybe 6 foot tall, but it is what they used to use to make marshmallows, and it's the whole idea. A little sugar helps the medicine go down. It's really good for colds and flus, and it just coats and soothes. So if you have a sore throat, if you have coughing, any kind of lung issues, bronchitis. We actually had it growing when we had whooping cough, and I didn't know it was good for that, and I wish we would have used it. But anyway, so it makes these pretty little flowers all over it, and the roots are good, the leaves are good, health-wise, but also the young leaves and the young shoots you can cook and eat like spinach, and so it's good as a vegetable on top of just the like herbal medicinal issue too. So it is a food. So we're going to put this up here in the mulch, and we're also going to put some more of these carrots. They can, here comes Micah. They can power through tough soil and blistering heat, so maybe we can still get those in. And there was another carrot that says that it is heat tolerant. Since Soraya's strawberries have all gone missing or died or whatever, I think they got covered up with mulch. But anyway, I'm gonna give her these to go put in that area, so maybe she'll have these beautiful purple carrots, and maybe they'll make up for the strawberries. She does still have some strawberries. There's 5 holes with strawberries, and some of them have multiple strawberries, so maybe as they grow she'll be able to move them and transplant them. Also, I forgot, we need to plant this coleus. We were going to plant this up under a tree to be real pretty, so hopefully that does well too. So anyway, that's what we're going to plant, and then I will call our summer planting complete. Well, I say that as some of the greens and things like that come out and the radishes come out, we'll put bush beans back in their place. That's probably about it, and then until we go to plant our fall garden, so which will still technically be summer. Now, I was going to do something with tomatoes. I'll show you that in a little bit. But anyway, that's all our planting for right now. So Soraya got the marshmallow there and the carrots up there, and then Michael's going to get me. I'm packing it in here. So we have corn around all of our squash, pumpkins, and cucumbers and cantaloupes and watermelons. So whatever the running thing is in the middle, and then I did a corn on either side. To try to do like the 3 sisters, but this was kind of more like the twin sisters. But then we came up, and on the back side of the circle we put a few of the 18-day radishes, and then Ariana put some nasturtiums on the front. They hadn't come up yet, but they were planted the other day, and then the radishes, they'll come up in just a couple days, especially since this is all wet from raining. So this whole area there, down there, all the squash that's down there, all of this is watermelon and cantaloupe. Goes all the way down. Next row all the way up is pumpkins, and then on the trellis, that rampicante is a zucchini that goes. We didn't do the last bit's leaf of gourd, so the rest of it is all got the radishes in there too. I think Ariana did the nasturtiums down there. Anyway, but it's got the corn and stuff too. Michael went walking up the other day. I'll show you. But he came walking up to the rampicante the other day, and He was like, is that corn? So I started laughing. I was like, yep, we put corn in there. So their leaves are super big. They look really nice. And as you can see, there's a little corn coming up. And then there's another baby poking up right there. And I'm sucking it to it, but I'm hoping, I mean, there's a lot of space in between. Radishes, they don't get that big. They'll help on the bugs. The space-wise on the top, you know, everything will go up except, or be out of the way by the time the space is needed. And the vining stuff will have room. This stuff will go up on the trellis. The rest of it will spread out in all of this walkway. And technically, you know, the roots can get a good spreading out into the mulch area. And I think it'll work. We'll see. This may be a disaster. I may just have stressed all these plants by putting too much in there, but I hope it'll work out. So we'll see.
Mama.
Uh-huh.
So was that radishes we just planted?
Yep, those radishes.
Are they spicy?
It's the 18-day ones. They're not supposed to be, but with it being hot, they may be. We'll see.
I hope they aren't.
Just climbing around right on top. You see earthworms on top a lot. We don't even have to dig in there. They're happy. If they're happy, I'm happy. So I was looking around at what we sprayed yesterday, and we actually didn't spray this tatsoi. And this is one of the larger caterpillars, the cabbage moss. See if it'll focus. Come on. So it's kind of got like a yellow side and bottom, and then like a white kind of zebra. Come on, focus. Almost zebra striped on top. Maybe if I get closer with it. Anyway, let's see if he'll crawl. I haven't scared him. Anyway, so far so good. I'm not seeing anything really on any of the stuff we sprayed yesterday. Some of it, I wonder if we had the name a little too strong. The color is on the purple cabbages. They're a little too dark, and so I wonder if we burned it a little bit. So there he goes. He's gonna start moving now. So he's got a little bit of a zebra top, and then a yellow side and bottom, and an orangey-ish head. So I'm going to properly dispose of him. Actually, I'll be nice. I'll go give him to a duck instead of squishing him. Anyway, so hopefully we didn't burn anything having it really strong, because like I said yesterday, Michael had it really strong because the ticks were so bad when he used it before. But you can see the damage that they did earlier. So far, so good as far as seeing stuff on all the things we did spray yesterday. So hopefully we've got rid of a lot of it. I tell y'all what, ducks are mucky. Everybody knows that, they're messy. But Micah put down new mulch yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. And look how just gunky it is in there. So they need more mulch. But the good thing about it is if you do this kind of system where you're able to just add more mulch, then this will be awesome addition to your garden. So it's worth the mess. And this water system is working where the water will run out that way, but they're still messy. They just are. That's their nature.